Are you going to talk about change, or are you finally going to live it? Every year, millions of people make promises to themselves. I want to lose weight. I want to get in shape. I want to build a business. I want to level up my career. And every year after 2 weeks, the gym is empty. The journals are closed. The business idea sits in a notebook collecting dust. The passion that felt so real in the moment fades away, and life slips back into the same old cycle. If you're honest with yourself, maybe that's been your story too. Last year you promised. The year before that you promised. But promises don't transform your life. Discipline does. The people who achieve greatness, who make lasting impact, who build businesses, careers, and lives worth remembering, those people stay true to what they said long after the excitement is gone. Because let us be real, if we only worked on the days when we felt like it, none of us would ever accomplish much. Too many of us still live on feelings. When we feel motivated, we take action. When we don't, we quit. For you, it's not a covenant, it's a mood. That's why your problem isn't that you're not talented. Your problem isn't that you're not capable. The problem is consistency. You can be excellent when you feel like it, but when you don't, you let yourself slide. You start, you stop. You start again, you stop again. Not in that stop-start cycle, nothing grows. Meanwhile, you look around and see other people achieving success building businesses, advancing in their careers, creating wealth, living healthier, and you wonder why not me? It's not because they're luckier. It's not because life is easier for them. It's because they understand the covenant. What does that mean? Covenant means you show up regardless. It means when you say, I will, you bind yourself to it. Not when it's easy, not when it's fun, not when people are clapping for you. You bind yourself when it's hard, when it's lonely, when no one is paying you, when no one is watching. Think about this. If you commit to making videos every Monday, then you show up every Monday even if nobody is watching. You get an opportunity to speak. You deliver your message as if it is the biggest stage of your life, even if the paycheck doesn't reflect it yet. If you decide you're waking up at 6 a.m., then you wake up at 6 a.m. Not because you feel like it, but because you said you would. That's a covenant. And there's another level where greatness really begins. That's when what you're pursuing is not just something you do, but who you are. For the greats, excellence is not optional. It's a way of life. It's what they eat, what they breathe, what they sleep, what they dream. It possesses them. It owns them. And until your goals own you, until your dream consumes you, it will always remain optional. Let me be clear. You can do the unthinkable. You can hit every milestone. You can build the business, transform your body, elevate your career, and create the life you say you want. But it has to stop being a hobby. Right now, for many people, their goals are hobbies. They do it when they have time. They do it on lunch breaks. They do it when inspiration hits. But inspiration is a spark. It's not the fire. The fire comes from discipline. If you're serious, then it can't be something you visit once in a while. It has to be something you live inside of. The truth is, the greats are not great because of what they do when the lights are on. They're great because of what they do when no one is looking. The hours in practice, the reps in silence, the preparation when everyone else is relaxing. Kobe Bryant once lost a game against Miami. After the game, when the stadium was empty, he stayed and practiced for 2 more hours. That's what greatness looks like. The greats come early. They stay late. They give everything even when they feel empty. The real test comes when you're tired. The real test is when your legs are giving out. When your mind wants to quit. When your energy is gone. That's when the greats separate themselves. Find a way to keep going. And maybe right now you're facing difficulties. Maybe you've failed more times than you can count. Maybe you've tried to get in shape, start that business, improve your habits, and you've fallen flat every time. I don't care how many times you've failed. I don't care how many setbacks you faced. I don't care if people laughed, doubted, or walked away. If you keep working, if you keep showing up, if you refuse to quit, you will break through. Whatever is standing in front of you will eventually bow down to persistence, but only if you refuse to surrender. Discipline means you do it so long and so hard that your body, your mind, and your spirit adapt to it. It becomes who you are. Discipline is doing the work when conditions are not ideal. Because let me promise you something, conditions will never be perfect. Life will throw problems at you: financial stress, relationship issues, health scares, unexpected setbacks. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll never move. The people you admire, the entrepreneurs, the leaders, the athletes, the professionals you think they had a smooth path. Every single one of them has stumbled. They've failed businesses. They've faced rejection. They've had divorces, bankruptcies, betrayals, health issues. But what separates them from everyone else is that they kept going. Most people, the moment they hit resistance, say, well, I guess this wasn't for me. They believe success is supposed to be smooth, a straight line. They quit after the first sign of struggle. But successful people? They fail far more often than they succeed. You just don't see the failures. You only see the highlight reel. If you want to reach your goals, you have to be willing to look foolish, to stumble, to be embarrassed, to try again and again for as long as it takes. That's the secret. It's the formula. You keep going until you win. Ask yourself, are you willing to do the work regardless of your mood? Regardless of what people think? Regardless of how long it takes? Are you willing to build the habits and systems that carry you forward even when motivation is gone? Because if you can, you cannot lose. When you build discipline, grit, fortitude, determination, endurance, when you practice executing even when life is unfair, you build yourself into someone who cannot be stopped. Yes, there will be setbacks. Yes, you will face storms. But you'll be the kind of person who executes in sunshine and in rain, in good times and in bad times. That's the difference between people who admire greatness and the people who live it. The irrelevant drift through life, waiting for the perfect moment, chasing motivation, living on feelings, the greats. They show up no matter what. And let me leave you with this. The dream you have will demand everything. It will require sacrifice. It will stretch you, break you, challenge you, and test you. But if you stick with it, if you discipline your foundation, your dream will eventually become your reality. Stop starting and stopping. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop living on feelings. Make the covenant. Show up every single day. Put in the work. Fail. Get back up and keep going. Because success doesn't belong to the lucky. Success doesn't belong to the talented. Success belongs to the disciplined. And if you're willing to keep working no matter what, you will win.